Hello YouTube, I'm Anthony Holsworth, of Nerd Rage Reviews, and I'm also the little brother of Frankie Holsworth, of RagePlay Comms. I'm just here to do a short little review of my own, just to see how this plays out, cause we haven't been uploading reviews, cause we're having technical issues at Nerd Rage Reviews, which will be fixed soon, hopefully. But I am here to start maybe my own little reviews on my own. Maybe have some guests with me. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But I'm here to talk about Highlander. I love this movie. I really do. I mean, Christopher Lambert and Sean Connery with fucking swords fighting Mr. Krabs. I'm not kidding. The villain is Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob. And Queen does the soundtrack. I mean, what more do you want in a movie? Seriously. The plot of this, it's about Connor McCloud, played by Christopher Lambert, who discovers after a battle he's immortal. He can't die. That is, unless you get their head cut off by I don't know if it has to be another immortal, but anyway, you can't die unless you get your head cut off. And when you can sense the presence of another immortal called the Quickening, or that's when two immortals get together and or around each other. I don't know. It's called the Quickening. Anyway, Connor gets exiled from his home in Scotland because his family or clansmen thought he was the devil. So we meet him. I'm just going in chronological order here. We see him now married to a woman named Rachel. He lives a happy life. I mean, then all of a sudden, Sean Connery shows up. Right after him and his wife were just doing the dirty deed. But anyway, Sean Connery appears and is just awesome in this movie. I mean, seriously, he's great. And basically teaches Connor how to properly fight with a sword. I mean, it's just great. Connor and Ramirez, that's Sean Connery's character, they form a friendship, sort of a mentor and student, or father-son, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's a friendship. Ramirez is there to tell him all the rules about being immortal, the prize, why you can't let the Kurgan, that's the guy who voices the villain, the guy who voices Mr. Crab, I can't pronounce his name, Clancy Brown, I believe. I'm sorry if I get that wrong, but he's there to explain what's happening, why he can't win the prize, because he's a perfect evil warrior. I mean, he's from Russia. When he was a child, he got thrown into dog pits and had to fight to live. But that's neither here nor there. He's evil. He's the one who killed Connor first, which activated his immortality. So Ramirez changed Connor, and after a while, he tells him that the immortals can't have children. They just can't. I don't know why. I probably explained this somewhere, but they're not allowed. And they really just can't die. So one night while Ramirez and Connor's wife are having dinner, the Kurgan shows up, wrecks shit, fights Ramirez, and sadly cuts off his head. Then rapes Connor's wife. Then after that, we will see Connor and his wife living life. She never told him what happened. That'll be important. As time goes by, she gets old while he remains the same, and it's actually kind of sad, and she finally passes. So Connor takes Ramirez's sword and leaves his old sword as a tombstone for his wife Rachel. Then we cut to New York, and the Gathering, which is the final battle between all the immortals. The few remaining immortals that are left will be drawn to each other, and it happens to take place in New York. We'll meet some people. It boils down to Connor and the Kurgan, naturally. We meet this... Wait, I called his wife Rachel. No, his wife's Heather. Rachel's his adopted daughter he got from during World War II. I apologize. But anyway. What the fuck's her name? Anyway, he goes around calling himself Nash, as disguise, because you can't go by the same name if you're immortal and you've lived for this long. There's going to be questions raised. Anyway, but he meets this woman who works in forensics for the police, and she's obsessed with ancient swords. Girl needs a hobby, I suppose. But they end up hooking up, and finally the Kurgan kidnaps her, and him and Connor have an epic sword fight. By the way, there are a lot of sword fights, and it's awesome. Eventually, Connor defeats the Kurgan and gets the prize and knows everything and becomes everything. I don't know, it's weird like that. And he's now able to have children because he won the prize. That's the prize. You're able to have children, and you basically know everything. You can hear what people's thinking to help people. So Connor lives happily ever after. What do I think about it? I love it. It's cheesy 80s sci fantasy, but I love it. It's great. It does what it's supposed to do. It tells a story. Unlike the sequels, however. But that's for another time. Anywho, the soundtrack, it's Queen. What more do you want? It's fucking Freddie Mercury and everyone else on the Queen. It's awesome. My favorite character is Connor and Ramirez. I don't know what else to say. They're awesome. It's great. I could sit here and quote this movie if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. The effects, it's 80s, so compared to today, it's not. But I like them. It does what it's supposed to do. I mean, this is not really an effects movie so to say. Anyway, I think I've talked about this enough. Stay tuned. Gonna be more from me, from Nerd Rage, and I believe I'll be recording with Rage Player Comms tonight for a Shadow the Hedgehog playthrough. God help me, and God help them. God help us all. I'll see you on the other side.